There was Michael Flynn, there was Jussie Smollett, there was even Amy Cooper sprinkled somewhere in between. But now we are entering the next level of judicial sagas, and it is the FANI Willis, Nathan Wade, Terrence Bradley judicial saga. Holy crab apples. I mean, how much more developments can we get in short order? I was about to go to bed. I see a text, and it says, Viva, did you hear the latest breaking news? Judge Scott McAfee has ordered Terrence Bradley, former partner, former friend, former attorney for Nathan Wade, to continue testifying on that which he invoked privilege for, to not testify on during the two-day hearing. This is scheduled to take back up on March 1st, Friday of this week, and I'll be covering it live, sure as sugar. But apparently, we thought there was going to be the in-camera hearing after the second day of the hearing a week ago last Friday from the last Friday, and we now know that didn't happen because what seems to have happened is that Nathan Wade filed an emergency motion basically to enjoin, preclude, forbid the judge from even looking at the text messages that were allegedly the object of the purported alleged solicitor-client privilege that Terrence Bradley was invoking to not answer the questions on it because he had previously represented Nathan Wade in the context of his divorce from Jocelyn Wade while he was bumping uglies with FANI Willis. Well, apparently they had their in-camera review either, what day is it today? Monday. Today? I guess it was today or last Friday, and I get a text. And apparently the judge says, no, Terrence Bradley, you are going to come back and testify. Reading from ABC News. Now, yes, it is MSM propaganda, but what they're reporting runs counter to the narrative that they've been pushing, so it, deserves a little more credibility. It's based on sources, therefore I'm skeptical. The headline, Judge rules Nathan Wade's attorney must take the stand again in Trump election case. Sources. You can look at it there. I'm not going to flash it in because I got to go put a kid to bed. Terrence Bradley will testify on items not covered by attorney-client privilege. We're going to see what that was. Oh, yeah, when, the crime fraud exception comes into play, was Nathan Wade asking Terrence Bradley how to hide assets from his wife, Jocelyn Wade, in the context of the divorce? Who knows? That's a separate privilege. But when Terrence Bradley says any and all discussions I ever had with Nathan Wade about the date of the formation, the crystallization, the fornification of their relationship, their extrajudicial relationship, well, that was solicitor-client privilege. Bullcrap. We're going to find out about it soon. A Fulton County judge has ruled that Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade's former law partner and divorce attorney Terrence Bradley must retake the stand in former President Donald Trump's Georgia election interference case, yada, yada. Okay, to cover the topics not covered by attorney-client privilege, sources familiar with the matter confirmed to ABC News. So I'm skeptical, but I will, deal with it because apparently, if we scroll down to the bottom of the article, it says Bradley could be required to testify as early as Tuesday. That would be tomorrow. That would be less than or roughly 12 hours from now, and I'll be there. But if we just go back to the second paragraph, it says, following a meeting with Bradley on Monday, so today, Judge Scott McAfee notified attorneys in the case via email that some communications between Wade and Bradley do not fall under attorney-client confidentiality, the sources said. Understand what that means. We don't need to deal with the rest of the article. Understand what that means. Anna Cross, we would all like to thank you for eviscerating, excoriating, publicly humiliating, destroying Terrence Bradley in your last 15 minutes of cross-examination with him. We don't know why you did it. Some of us might think you are an undercover double agent 42-level chess-playing Trump supporter. Some of us might think that. I don't think that. I think you're just an idiot, and you blew it because you were so angry at Terrence Bradley for having had the audacity, the gall, to text Ashley Merchant, Trump's attorneys, or Michael Roman's attorneys, the defendant's attorneys. So angry, so vindictive that Terrence Bradley actually, exchanged with the devil, with the adversary, that you would destroy him even though you didn't need to. But in so destroying him, you opened up the door to this, and the judge now went and looked and said, well, geez Louise, if Terrence Bradley was lying about the solicitor-client privilege that precluded him from talking about his departure from the Nathan Bradley partnership, if he lied about that or was mistaken about that, let's give him the benefit of the doubt, what else was he wrong about as relates to solicitor-client privilege? And it looks like the judge has now looked things over and said he was wrong about at least a few things, and we're going to continue the depositions, the examinations, the testimony on those few things. Looks like it could start as early as tomorrow. If it does, I'll be there live, front and center, dudes. We'll be there. One thing's for certain, if this does, follow the schedule that we're anticipating, Friday, March 1st, it will continue, I guess, with Terrence Bradley. It'll happen tomorrow. I'll be there, but that's the latest developments. Anna Cross, well done. Slow clap, fast clap, whatever you want to say, clap, clap. You did it. Now we're going to hear from Terrence Bradley on text messages not covered by his understanding of solicitor-client privilege, which I would argue was never his understanding from the beginning. He was just threatened into protecting Nathan Wade, and maybe now we'll be a little bit more chatty, as I remarked during my coverage. So if it happens tomorrow, stay tuned. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, as soon as it's live, if it is live, I'll be there. And if it's not live for whatever the reason, I will give you the synopsis summary after the day. And one way or another, from what I understand, it's picking up March 1st. So with that said, Viva Frei on Rumble, the Viva Frei on Twitter, vivabarneslaw.locals.com, on Locals where everyone is above average. And I'll see you all maybe in 12 hours, people. Sleep well. Peace out. Booyah.
You were the one who left, correct?
That is correct.
And you termed it as a disagreement. You recall answering questions as though you left due to a disagreement. Yes?
Yes.
And that disagreement was that there was an allegation of sexual assault by an employee made against you, correct?
That is incorrect.
There was not an allegation that you
it's getting
assaulted
interesting.
that you sexually assaulted one of the employees in the firm.
That is incorrect, but yes. Yes.
Yes, there was an allegation that you sexually assaulted a member of the firm, correct?
Yes, there was an allegation, yes.
And as a result of that allegation, you left.
I did.
You were no longer business partners with Mr. Wade.
That is correct.
The firm remained intact, and in fact, the employee involved remained with the firm, correct?
I'm not certain of that. They did leave the building, of course, and I don't know. Some of the employees did leave.
We'll see if he's a little more open on cross now.
Mr. Bradley, you in fact
Or
paid that
redirect.
employee $20,000, correct?
That is incorrect as far as what was. No.
On or about the time that you left the firm, and on or about the time that the allegation of sexual assault was made against you.
Wow.
Did you pay the person who had made the allegation of sexual assault any amount of money?
There was money left in an escrow that belonged to me.